Welcome to Casual Wednesdays. This is a video on fishtuxedo.com and or youtube.com/fishtuxedo. I am Mike Feyrer, and I am joined by my great friend, Jonathan Downen.
I'm here.
Yes, you are. Whichever direction you are on the screen, this way or that way, I'm not sure. But we're both here. We've been actually playing video games, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, this channel and site is more about playing video games than it ever has been.
I know. Imagine that. Yeah, so we're doing Let's Plays. Blowing the lid right off that one. Let's we're taking a little bit of a break from features so that we can spend more time on features in the short term or in the long term, I mean, to make some good stuff as opposed to a bunch of smaller stuff. So we're gonna, in the interim, we're gonna put some Let's Plays, but it's also interesting stuff. I've been playing The Sims 4, and you've been playing Alien Isolation. So Alien Isolation, it's brand new. Let's talk about that. Let's hear about it.
All right. I have a few things to say about that. I'm only about 2 hours in, so I only have a sort of cursory sense for what that game's gonna be, and it seems like that game more than others, like Shadow of Mordor, I feel like you can jump in there, you're cutting dudes, you're running through the world. You kind of know what that game's about, and you know if you're gonna like it or not right off the bat. With like Alien Isolation, a game like that, it's all about pacing. It's all about like story beats. It's all about like what the progression is like. So yeah, it feels good, but I think a lot of the complaints that I've seen around the web in the reviews and stuff has to do with pacing and stuff, that the way the game sort of changes up down the line. Some people seem to really love it. Some people are kind of down on it for pacing and length issues. Man, but that game, I don't think anyone can argue that game has tons of atmosphere.
Oh yeah, and that's what I've heard.
It's amazing. I mean, the set pieces and the sets in that game are amazing. It looks like, I mean, this is AAA territory, but it's like different because with the AAA games these days, it's a lot of open world stuff. So like the scope is really big. So not any one section is super detailed, but this is a real funneled experience.
I've heard the comparison to the original BioShock. Kind of in like
I could see that.
The tight spaces, so they were very dense, and it had such a sense of place. Which that game, I mean, Alien Isolation is gorgeous. That game looks incredible. It's crazy.
It looks really good, and I'm running it on a PC I built in 2011, and it defaulted to everything the highest at 1080p, and it's holding steady at 60.
Yeah.
So it runs pretty well.
That's crazy.
There is some aliasing and stuff like that, but it looks pretty good, and it runs well on my PC. But the reason I was going to pick it up on PS4, which I tend to pick stuff up on PS4 recently just because it's new.
You want something to play on that machine you bought.
Yeah, and I don't know, I haven't been into fiddling with PC stuff recently, but it seemed to make a lot more sense since I was going to do an LP of this game to pick it up on PC, and I'm really glad it turned out that it runs really well. But so far, 2 hours in, I am totally into it. I'm not the biggest fan of the super scary stuff. That's the stuff I tend to watch people play. So this is my first experience back to this, playing this sort of stuff since kind of the Resident Evil days, and I'm just about into the part where it's getting to the alien stuff.
Oh, nice.
So it's been kind of smooth sailing so far, but I think it's about to get pretty rough.
That's good, man. Because I'm excited to see you get, I'm excited to see you shit your pants on screen.
It should be fun for people.
I'm ready for it.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Because, I'm a big sissy, too. I cannot play those games. I remember I tried to play Condemned on the 360. I could not. I played for like an hour, like a few hours, and I just could not. I'm a big pussy. I just cannot handle it. I'm a big sissy boy.
Yeah. I don't know if I can say I like those games. I feel like I want to say I love those games because I watch them played through their entirety every time on YouTube, but I never play them myself.
Yeah. The only like, I guess, horror game, and I think I can safely say that it, at least at the time it was a horror game, that I've actually played through and enjoyed was BioShock. That game was so good, and I was so surprised that I actually liked it, and for whatever reason I decided to pick that up. But that's the only one, and I've tried, like I said, Condemned, could not do it. Dead Space, I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. And that's even more action.
Oh, I did play the Dead Spaces. Those games are awesome.
I know.
Love them,
and I just could not handle it. I was like, this is scary, man. It's like, these are crazy babies, and I have to slice them in half or something. This is weird.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, but Alien Isolation, I'm glad it. I mean, I guess you're saying it's good so far. Anyway,
Absolutely.
It's a very divisive game.
It's better than good,
Yeah.
actually. Like, it's not just good; it's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
So
and
far.
it looks great, and it sounds great from the videos and stuff like that. And everything I've seen of it, it's like the art and the audio direction seems to be spot on. And I just love that aesthetic of Aliens and having like all like the analog stuff, and it's just such a cool sci-fi world. But
it's definitely cool.
the thing that really catches me about Alien Isolation is that it's so divisive in the community. People some people love it, they're just loving the shit out of it, and then other people are like, "Fuck this game." It's, and to your credit, I think it's mostly towards the second half, towards the end of the game or whatever.
That's what I've heard.
It gets a little, and we don't have to spoil it or anything because I'm sure we'll see it in a video.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's kind of disheartening in the future, but for now, it seems freaking awesome, and cool. I'm glad.
So let's hear about the polar opposite, the Sims.
Well, it's not necessarily, because there's one thing that you can't say about Alien Isolation that you can absolutely say about my brand new Let's Play series on FishTuxedo.com of The Sims, and that is The Sims 4 is hardcore.
That's what I always think when I think of The Sims is hardcore.
I'm sure that's what Will Wright was thinking. He was like, "Whoa, I have this hardcore idea, and it's there's like a dude who pees and he goes to the bathroom sometimes. He goes to work. He comes home. Sometimes he bangs out and has a baby. It's crazy. The Sims."
Right. I mean, Will Wright is. I mean, he's right up there with like John Romero and stuff. Hardcore
doesn't
scene.
get much more hardcore than Will Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I have a new series on FishTuxedo.com and or YouTube.com/FishTuxedo that you can go watch right now alongside the Alien Isolation Let's Play called The Sims 4 Hardcore, where I play The Sims 4 with a set of rules to abide by. Where I think the rules are, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Obviously, one is no cheating.
No cheating.
Two is no potions, like the goofy, aging potions or whatever, or
I didn't even know those were in there until I saw that.
They're rewards that you can spend like that, the good boy points on, like when you do something that your sim likes. He's like, "Oh, great," and he gets like 20 points. And after like 1,000, you can buy like a potion that makes him never have to pee again or whatever, And then 3 is you have to build your own house. 4, and you have to build your own house and stay there for the duration of this game. The fourth rule is that you have to continue your bloodline because aging is on. So you want to pass down your legacy. And 5 is there's permadeath. So if your dude dies cooking mac and cheese or grilled cheese or any other thing that has cheese on it, then they're done. Right. They're dead.
Cheese seems to be a dangerous thing for The Sims.
What? I played The Sims when I first got The Sims 4. Within like 15 minutes, my sim was dead because I bought the crappiest burner, and I even had I put a smoke detector above it, and nobody came. He just stood there, like he already knows that there's smoke. He's watching it, and I was like, "You got to step over this way. You got to step over there. You're standing in fire." And he's like, "This is crazy. I got to stand here and go like this." Stupid Sims. Yeah, but in the series, if they die, they're officially dead.
Right. No reloading.
No reloading. No previous saves. So that's hardcore The Sims 4. And I started off by just randomly creating a new character with a randomly generated name, Damian Bowling. And it's interesting.
Unibrow McGee.
He does have a horrible unibrow. Tried to put as many explosions as I could in that intro. Because
that was successful.
Nothing's more hardcore than Sims. I like the idea of having anything related to The Sims be hardcore. So but anyway, I've been playing that. That's fun. I recorded some of that, and I'm going to continue to do it. So I hope people actually watch it because that would be nice. The Sims. It's still The Sims. Not much to say about that. So let's talk about Shadow of Mordor, I guess. Because that is
I haven't really played anymore.
Oh, really? Well, you just got Alien, so
Yeah, I've kind of been just playing Aliens. I guess I did play a little bit more of Shadow of Mordor, but honestly, I don't really know what else more there is to say about that game. It kind of is what it is, which is completely awesome. But I don't know. It's what it is. You're running around that open world, cutting orcs, that Nemesis system, all that junk. Unless crazy stuff happens in the story that is just totally mind-blowing or something. That game is just awesome, and it's going to be fun to collect all the stuff and kill all the guys.
Well, I have a cool idea for a Let's Play that I'm going to be doing soon.
Awesome.
That I am going to be... Because, like you said, the fun part of that game is to just whack orcs, because, duh, that's... Why not? And, the story is whatever. So I think what I'm going to do for a video series is just... kind of capitalize on the Nemesis system, and then just like each episode I'm just going to hunt down one of the orcs and then just try to find the best way to kill them, and like whether I'm successful or not, just keep it going episode to episode, so every episode's a new orc, a new encounter.
I like that, man.
Try to do something like that, and then if they lose, over the series, or if I lose, then over the series, you'll get to see this guy get more and more mad, and kind of just try to find a way to really because it's really highlighted extremely well in the game, but try to highlight it even to a greater extent in the videos, with some extra stuff. So kind of chronicle my journey through trying to whack everybody in the orc army, but not even following the story, because if you want to watch a walkthrough, there are a million other of those on the internet.
Right.
So
right.
I think this is a cool, fresh idea.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good way to go about it. So if you're keeping an eye on the channel, we're probably going to have 2 videos a day. Actually, we're going to have to work it so it is only 2 videos a day, because I think if we're not sort of planning that stuff, it could even be more. But we're going to try to keep it at 2, because Alien Isolation, that's happening every single day for me, because I heard that game's pretty long. I'm doing 25-minute episodes, so that's probably going to come out to be like 30, 35 episodes. So that's 35 days, even if I put them up every day. So they will go up every day, and by that time, I kind of thinking about doing... There's going to be another game this fall that I want to do an LP of around that time. I'm not going to spill anything yet, but so though that will go up every day. Yours will probably be a little bit more sporadic, because they're not quite as straightforward as just playing through.
The Sims ones are going to be a little... They're a little shorter. They're 10 to 15 minutes, because I don't think anybody wants to listen to me just talk for any longer than 15 minutes. With at least with the horror Let's Plays, you can add a little bit of commentary here and there, but the atmosphere does a lot, So people
it's like and you're just going through. I'm going through a narrative, like I'm playing the game. That's it.
People want to hear some talking while they're watching like a horror Let's Play, but they mostly want to hear you scream. They want to hear you panic. With The Sims 4, if I'm panicking or screaming or something, there's something is going horribly awry. So
or something's going very right.
Very right. Yeah, I don't know. If maybe I made Damien make a bowl of mac and cheese. So that's a real problem that those Sims have. Jeez. But so my videos will maybe be like, for right now, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would imagine.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and for those of you who are watching this video that have not figured it out, we are actually discussing this for the first time right now.
Yeah, why not? This is anyone watching this wants to know what's happening with us anyway.
If you've made it this far,
here's how it goes.
you're looking at the nitty gritty of the Fish Tuxedo Empire. So
and we talked about it last week a bit too, but quick hits are sticking around. You can expect to see quick hits on Mondays, Fridays. So the news is still part of the equation. This show is still happening. So it's just a bunch more stuff. But we're going to try not to inundate the feed with stuff. But
that's the thing. I've seen other channels try to figure that out too. Channels that don't typically do Let's Plays, and then these big marquee games come out, and there's 15 of them, and they come out at the same time. And as much as I kind of appreciate that sometimes, it's like there's also nothing else on my feed. So.
Yeah, it's just kind of unpredictable. Like if you're into the stuff that's coming out on there, it's cool if it's coming out every day. If you're not into it, then it can drive you to unsubscribe. Yeah. I've certainly done that to other channels. Oh, yeah. When they start pumping out tons of stuff I don't care about, I'm like, I like the other stuff, but I can't. So
and two a day is reasonable.
But by all means, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Two videos a day is too much for you.
Yeah.
Send it to the dumpster at fishtuxedo.com.
Yeah, we read all those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any news this week, really, right?
You know what? You got me. Not that I can
Smash
tell.
Bros. Has a release date.
Yeah.
You care about that?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Smash Bros. Wii U has a release
When's that
date.
coming
I think
out?
it's like November 21st.
Get the hell
or something.
out of here.
I think so.
Wow, that's a lot sooner than I thought.
And we are professionals.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, let's just get right into that, I guess. I'm not going to get it for the 3DS, you know.
Oh, you're going straight Wii U?
Yeah, you know, I was super pumped. I played it on the 3DS, and it works, I guess. It's fine. You know, I can't imagine myself sitting on the couch playing for extended amount of times on a 3DS. I'll just wait for it on Wii U, and if I wanted to play it handheld in my own home, I'll use the Wii U tablet. You know, just like I play Mario Kart
totally.
and Super Mario 3D World sometimes, you know, when I have just like an hour or half hour or whatever. Because, you know, those Nintendo games, they're good for just sitting down for a little while and playing. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to wait and get it on the Wii U.
I mean, that seems to make sense.
Yeah.
If they were going to capitalize on this, the whole strategy of releasing it on both and on the 3DS earlier, I think they should have, just committed to it and been, have 6 months between those releases.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit business sinister, but if they're going to do it, do it. Because then you'd probably be way more likely to pick it up on the 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'd
You're
be
right.
like, oh, the Wii U version's, still 6 months out.
I think you're probably
but-
right, because, I mean, it's only a month apart.
Yeah.
So it is. I think they are successful, though, at those super fans that are just like, I have a 3DS and I like all these games,
I'm
but I'm
sure.
not really committed yet to the Wii U. And they're like, I need to play Smash now, because they only come out every 6 years. And then they buy both. That's going to be a lot of people. It's not going to be 10 million people, but it'll be a lot of people. And, you know, the 3DS one is obviously going to sell more. You know, everybody's they're like, oh, the Wii U is going to fail because the 3DS is going to sell so many copies of Smash Brothers. Well, duh, because every child on the planet owns one, you know, and 9 people have Wii U's. So, and I'm the 7th of those 9.
Whenever I think about the 3DS, all I think about is the new 3DS, and it makes me so angry.
The low nubbin.
I don't even know why exactly it makes me this angry, but it does.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I don't know. You know, I'll probably get one. I'll probably get one.
Well, fair enough, because I say plenty of stuff is stupid and then buy it.
Yeah,
buy it.
actually,
So-
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't buy a 3DS until a year or two into it's. I bought it for when Fire Emblem came out because that game was dope. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to get a new 3DS or whatever they call it in the United States.
I never bought one, so
Yeah.
if I'm saying this upsets me, and it does, but I may buy one
You know, if
because I've never owned one. So
this is going to be at least the second to last iteration of this console. You know what I mean? It's not a new console. There will be one more that's it's thinner, and but that's fine because
you're right, and it's
But it's gonna be you'll buy this one, and it's you're at the tail end of the 3DS, and it's this is the one to own until this last one, where it's it's the one you have, and it's not gonna be any faster or any crazier. There's not gonna be another camera. There's not gonna be another nub. It's just gonna be
it's gonna be a
little
different
thinner.
color.
Yeah, it'll be another color. You'll be able to put a faceplate in the 3DS new 3DS XL then. Whatever.
I'll have a Pikachu face on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just draw a Pikachu on the front of mine, and whatever. I barely even play the 3DS, so whatever. But the new one, if you don't have one, there's plenty of games that have come out in the past couple of years. It's the same thing as the Wii U. There's not new games coming out every day for it, but there are enough at this point where it's worth it, and enough down the pipe. So, yeah.
We'll see.
Anyway, so that was your Nintendo talk.
Yep. I
for
love
the
me some
week.
Nintendo. I just can't help myself.
Nintendo's great, man. They're good.
Man, I grew up with Nintendo. It holds a very dear place in my heart. Just it doesn't hold a dear place in my life right now.
Yeah.
I would like it to. I would like them to, but they don't.
There was a time where in the past 2 years where I was just all I wanted to play was Nintendo games. I think around the time that I picked up the Wii U, I was just this blows. This thing is dumb. And then I played Nintendo Land. I was like, that's cool, I guess. And I played Lego City Undercover, and I was like, I don't like this that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just like, this is just not for me. I'm obviously
Sure.
not the guy that this was made for. Maybe
You're
somebody
not-
else enjoys it.
You're not 14.
But then there was a point where I was, like, I don't know, like family members are like, my grandmother's like, what do you want for Christmas? or whatever. And I thought to myself, I was like, what do I want for Christmas? And every game that I could think that I wanted for Christmas or whatever was a Nintendo game, because it was, the new, like a link between worlds and
Right,
Fire
yeah.
Emblem and, and all these other games that I was thinking about in the future. I was like, oh, I want to get Pikmin 3, and I want to get Mario Kart 8, and I want to get this, and I want to get that. And then and then I was like, well, what's on the PlayStation 4 that I want to buy? And I was like, well, Watch Dogs comes out eventually. And that sucked.
And then it did.
Yeah, it did come out eventually.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
But yeah,
Seriously, I can't believe it. I bought that game. I seriously played it for an hour and a half and haven't touched it again.
Yeah, well, that's kind of me in Destiny, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, a date with
Oh,
Destiny.
so
I literally
sad.
had a date with Destiny.
Yeah.
Never went out with her again.
Yeah.
Turns out she was really, really boring. Couldn't hang.
Bummer. Yeah.
Couldn't hang with the bros. I don't know. It's whatever. Whatevs. I'm over
Yep.
it. Got me some Shadows of Mordor's.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's about it, man. You got anything else?
I guess that's it. Having a few growing pains on this recording stuff. I spent about 4 or 5 hours prep time. I had never used XSplit before, so I just kind of had to get comfortable with that. Had to set up, just to figure out how everything worked again. I haven't done any recording like that since I did Minecraft stuff, really. And that was years ago.
Hey, I can relate to that.
But got it figured out after trial and error. I thought it was looking pretty good. I thought initially I would just stream every episode I record. And I think I might do that going forward still, but I messed it up because if you select the auto archive of the stream, it saves in lower resolution formats. You have to select don't autosave and then just hit record also while you're streaming or something. But anyway, so that's why the first 2 episodes of the Alien Isolation LP actually come in at 540p, which doesn't look so great.
Yeah.
But 3 and 4, which are also in the can, successfully 1080p. And surprise, surprise, that looks a lot better. So I don't know. I'm figuring that stuff out. It's looking better. I thought it'd be cool with the face cam stuff to have it just be almost pitch black. So you could just see me when there's light on the screen. But I thought it would be a little bit lighter. And it is kind of a cool effect, but there's got to be a little bit more light in there.
It is a little cool when you look at something bright and then it shines on your face. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, but
it'll be more interesting when there's scary stuff happening and you're just like, what the fuck? Or when you have the scanner and it bleeps and then it's green on your face. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I think
a little brighter probably.
Yeah, going forward, episode 5 onward, it'll be a little bit brighter. I haven't recorded any of those yet, but I'm gonna get a light in there. I'm gonna pump up the size of that face cam window a little bit. Just small stuff, all this stuff, trying to figure it out. So I need your input, include you, Mike Feyrer, and you, people watching.
Yeah.
I need input.
For sure.
So watch the stuff and let me know what I should do.
Yeah, and not only you, Jonathan Downen, but I, Mike Feyrer, also had some horrible recording woes with The Sims 4.
What happened for you, man?
Well, let me just tell you, that audio took a huge dump on me in that second portion of that Sims 4, the first video. Hopefully, by the time you're watching this, there will be a second video, the day after you watch this, I guess. The Sims 4 episode 2 will be out, and that audio will be significantly better. But there's just a point in my LP where it just goes to garbage for whatever reason. So I was kind of getting back into recording too, because it's been quite a while since I've done one of those videos as well.
Yeah.
I actually redid the beginning of that video. I actually redid the Let's Play 3 times. And by the 3rd time, I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You just gotta get it in the can. It's just it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I grabbed it. I went out to to a Wawa and got a cup of coffee. Yeah. And I was like, okay, now I'm just gonna sit back down and try to get this done. And then it got done. Audio's a little goofy, but Next time.
That reminds me, I totally forgot, but I had a total crazy audio thing in my LP too. The first episode, like I was using this extension because I was using this headset, but plugged into my PC, which is further away. So I was using like this extension audio cable, and I had that plugged in, and like it was messing up where I couldn't hear like center channel stuff. I don't know how or why that would happen. So like the whole first episode, I'm like, weird. Why is this mix? Why is this mix messed up?
Yeah, I did notice that. I was like what? The hell?
I can't hear anything. What? And it was totally fine in the video. So luckily I figured that out after the first episode. So I'm not like totally losing it throughout that whole thing.
That's good. Like fifth episode, you're like, this audio sucks. Yeah. This game blows. I can't hear anything.
Yeah. But stuff like that, man, it's just anything that can go wrong does go wrong. Like just so many moving parts when you're trying to record that stuff. It's just amazing how anything turns out watchable on YouTube at all.
Yeah, we're just trying to get into the swing of things. So getting back into that. Hopefully, I mean, by next week, these all will be cleaned up and all the videos that you're watching will be perfect. But I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. If you've been watching this video, first of all, if you made it to this point, then you are a Fish Tuxedo superfan. You are that guy.
For sure.
Or gal. You know, you may be a woman, which is like great.
That would be amazing.
Either one is great because you have watched an entire video that has nothing to do with the news. I'm down with that, man.
Yeah.
So
we do what we want on Casual Wednesdays.
So thanks for watching, whoever you are, and that's freaking cool. Comment below and say, "Hey, I'm that guy."
Say, "I'm a cool guy. I'm a cool girl."
Yeah.
Because you are.
Say both.
Yes.
Because you're the coolest of every part of every person that's ever existed. If you've made it this far, that's awesome. And we have
a new follower on Twitter. This just happened. Will Ferrell followed us on Twitter. I'm sure it's not the real Will Ferrell, but it says in the email Will Ferrell. So let's just say it is.
No,
Will
Adam
Ferrell.
Sandler. But
no, it really isn't. You're right.
We'll make do. Well, that was Fish. That was that was a video. That's a Casual Wednesday. If you like this video, please take your time to like, comment, and subscribe. If you made it this far in the video, do it twice. Except don't like twice or subscribe twice. Just comment twice, because if you hit like twice, you will unlike. So.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. So that was video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah. See ya.